whole court, please.
Back up. John, stay away. John, John.
Can I please?
No, you're not James Lee Page. Back away from the podium.
Sir, I am.
Well, then don't play with me. Then don't lie to me.
I'm not trying to lie to you, sir, but you understand that they're trying to act like I'm going to be.
I'm like,
That's what it is, no.
I'm not playing games. You want to play games? I'll go buy you a Monopoly game at the Dollar Value store. You can take it home and play games. Well, then don't tell me you're not James Lee Page if you're James Lee Page. I don't want to hear your nonsense. I'm not putting up with it today. I've had enough of you people coming in here. I'm talking about these...
This courtroom is already in chaos. The judge is trying to establish a very simple fact. Who exactly is standing at the podium? But what we're seeing here is a classic tactic often associated with so-called sovereign citizen arguments, where a defendant tries to separate their legal identity from their living person. Courts across the U.S. have seen this before, and judges usually have very little patience for it.
Sovereign citizen characters that want to think they run the courthouse? You're not running this courtroom.
Not sovereign citizen.
Well, okay.
But,
listen, there's nothing for you to say. You're charged with operating with the presence of drugs. You have the right to a lawyer. If you want a lawyer, I will give you a lawyer right now. If you don't want a lawyer, then I'm going to arraign you. I'm going to let you go talk to the prosecutor and see if you can resolve. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
At any time, I could hire an attorney, right?
Sure.
I don't have to waive any rights for that.
I'm just telling you, you have the right to a lawyer by law through the MIDC.
Okay.
Okay? So I could give you a lawyer right now that will talk to you and represent you at this arraignment and pretrial, if you want me to. If you want to waive your right to a lawyer and say, Judge, I don't want a lawyer, I'm going to go ahead and arraign you. I'm going to explain the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
Yes, sir.
If you decide you want to hire a lawyer, then you just tell me that and I'll let you go hire it. Okay?
Well, if I tell you I won't hire a lawyer, and what if I end up not hiring a lawyer? Am I in trouble or something?
I don't know.
And here's where things start spiraling. The man insists he is James Lee, but refuses to acknowledge the legal name the court is using. This is a well-known courtroom standoff. The judge needs a clear legal identity to proceed, while the defendant appears to be challenging the very authority of the court itself. The question is this a legal strategy, or is it just going to make things worse?
What you mean? I can arraign you today, explain the charge and the possible penalties. If you choose to go hire your lawyer, I'm going to set a new date and let you go hire your own lawyer.
Well, I was never served a summons.
I didn't ask you that.
I understand that.
I asked you.
You're trying to hold a pre-trial out of summons?
I'm the judge. I'm not a witness. You want to ask me questions, you're not asking me questions. You're going to only ask me questions about things that you don't understand. You're not going to ask me questions. I'm not a witness.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm just asking you, it's a yes or no. It's very simple. Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer right now to represent you at the arraignment and the pretrial? Can or no?
And what would the arraignment be?
Right now. As soon as you talk to the lawyer and the lawyer goes and talks to the prosecutor for you.
How can I properly defend myself if I've never been served for summons?
I'm not going to debate. They don't pay me enough to debate things with you. I'm not going to debate with you. You either tell me, Judge, I want a lawyer.
Can we adjourn this statement so I can get someone properly service?
Sure. Even if you weren't properly served, you can file an appropriate motion. I'm going to arraign you today. I will give you a lawyer to help you through the arraignment today.
That comment from the judge, one of these guys, says a lot. Judges immediately recognize certain arguments tied to internet legal theories claiming courts lack jurisdiction or that individuals are separate from their legal identity. But here's the reality. Courts almost universally reject these arguments. So the real question is Is this defendant digging himself into a deeper hole right now?
And I'm going to set a bond. And then you can decide to hire your own lawyer if you choose to, represent yourself if you choose to, and we're going to proceed with the case.
So the special appearance did nothing. I mean,
I know these. Listen, we get these things around the line. You guys like to have fun. I get it.
I'm just trying to.
You want to have fun. You want to have fun. This is not a place to have fun.
Not fun.
You want a lawyer? Yes or no?
If you're forcing an arraignment out today, sir.
I'm forcing an arraignment.
And there's an arraignment.
It's just where I explain the charge and the possible penalties and your rights. Or you can go get a lawyer. I'll give you a lawyer. You can talk to the lawyer. You can talk about all this. That you weren't served with a summons, and the government is corrupt, and the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do. And that's fine. You can raise all those all those defenses, and I will listen to you.
So you will give me an attorney to talk to right now?
Absolutely. Free of charge.
You say free of charge?
Free of charge. You're entitled to one. The state adopted these rules. It's not my rule, but they did that.
Point. The judge is drawing a firm line. In a courtroom, procedure matters. The judge isn't debating philosophy. He's trying to move the case forward. When someone refuses to answer direct questions, the court can interpret that as obstruction or refusal to cooperate, and that rarely ends well for the defendant.
About 6, 7, 8 years ago now.
And an arraignment, you want a plea, or you want just to understand the charges?
You go talk to a lawyer.
I can walk out of here right now and go talk to the lawyer?
Yeah, we're going to give you one. I'll give you a lawyer. John, who will be his lawyer?
Crawford.
Is Mr. Crawford here?
Yes, sir.
Who else do we have here today? Who? Is Tony Carvin and Judy? What about Christopher Shep?
Right answer.
All right. So yes, we will set you up with a lawyer. You go right out the hallway, and he's going to give you a lawyer.
Sir, I'm not fully sure if I want one. It's just an arraignment. You just want them to charges, and I just want fully.
Arraignment is where I explain the charge, possible penalties, and your rights. Period. You can have a lawyer to do that with. You come in here with a lawyer and have the lawyer go negotiate this case to the extent that he wants to or you want to. Or you can waive your right to a lawyer and I will arraign you.
I believe I can just handle that already. Just telling me my rights, correct?
You can say it again. I'm explaining you the charge, possible penalties, and your rights.
I can handle this.
You know the form he wanted you to sign that you declined to sign because for whatever reason you signed it, decided you wanted to be a little bit more belligerent?